good, YouTube? In today's video, I'm showcasing my top 5 loadouts, not just SMGs, not just ARs, but overall my top 5 loadouts combined going into season 5 in the current meta. So if a gun is good close range, I'm gonna give you guys a good gun long range. I'm actually gonna build out loadouts for you guys, not usually like my other loadout videos. So like I said, I wanted to go through all of them. Before hopping to anything, I want to give a huge shout out to Aiden, Eternal, and Pathfinder for having my post notifications on. If you guys want a chance of getting my next video, make sure you guys go down below and hit that big red subscribe button, as well as leaving a like and a comment saying noties. Watch the full video through. Like I said, I'm gonna go through my top 5 loadouts overall. So let's hop directly into loading number 1. Loading number 1, as you can tell behind me, is the STG in the Marco. But first, I'm gonna give you guys the perks and everything. I have Serpentine, Overkill, and Amped, which I know for season 5, Serpentine did just catch a nerf. It's not a big one, and it's still gonna be fantastic. So these are my perks. Of course, you guys always see me in my gameplays with a throwing knife and a stim. You guys can swap this out for a Simtex if you want, especially if you're on different maps like Caldera, Fortune's Keep. But overall, these are my main perks and my main lethal and tactical that you guys are probably going to see in every single class setup. But like I said, I have the STG and the Marco because we're going through today and building loadouts for you guys. My top 5 loadouts, so hopping directly into the STG. Like normal, I have the MX silencer on my muzzle, which actually did also get nerfed today with season 5. Again, it's going to be super good still. I don't know another muzzle that's going to be better than it, but this does still give you the horizontal and vertical recoil control with that damage range and sound suppression. Overall, keeping you off the map, making you hit harder, and of course, making you a beam. And then for the STG, you're mixing in the VDD 760-05B barrel, making you more highly accurate and controllable. Of course, that damage range mixing very well with the MX silencer, reducing the scope sway and gun bob, and giving you that very essential bolt velocity, getting you closer to hit scan. And then, of course, the STG has close to no recoil whatsoever, so I absolutely love tossing on the 3 to 6x scope because it's just an absolute laser on the 3 zoom or the 6 zoom. But I always tell you guys, the optics are personal preference. And then you also toss on the VDD 34S weighted stock, just making it to where you are locked in with accuracy, flinch resistance, recoil control, and aiming stability, making you really locked in and not bouncy at all in every possible situation, even if someone else is beaming you. And then, of course, you have to, for the STG, you mix in the M1941 hand stop, which you can use other things here like the bipod or even the strife angled or anything you want. But like I said, in my opinion, I think the hand stop works best, just mixing in even more vertical and horizontal recoil control, mixing very well with the rest of the build. And then something that's always been on the STG build is the 50 Garinko mag, giving you, again, everything you need with recoil control and accuracy, movement speed, ADS speed, and fire rate. Overall, making it to where it's killing faster, you're more snappy, you're way faster on the map, which is one of the big bright sides to the STG because the mobility is fantastic. And of course, like I've said a million times already, it's more of a beam. And then with the barrel, I was telling you guys the bullet velocity is very essential for this build, getting it closer to hit scan. So I tossed in the lengthened ammo type, giving you even more of it. And then you have the hatch grip, giving you even more vertical and horizontal recoil control, which is absolutely ridiculous. I don't really know you need that much more. And of course, even more flinch resistance, mixing very well with the stock, like I was saying earlier, making it to where you're a beam even if someone else is beaming you. With acrobatic for your perk 1 and fully loaded for your perk 2. Overall, that's the STG build. I'm telling you guys, this thing is absolutely disgusting. But like I said, I'm giving out full loadouts today. So for loading number 1, we have the STG. Let's hop directly into the Marco. Here's the Marco. Like I'm saying, I'm building full loadouts, and I feel like the Marco goes very well with the STG because the STG is one of those close and mid-range ARs, and the Marco is kind of like that, but an SMG. So they just kind of combine very well together, especially on Rebirth. So hopping directly into the build, of course, for that muzzle, you guys probably could have guessed it. I have the recoil booster on, just boosting that fire rate, letting you shred through people incredibly fast. And then you're also mixing in the 342 barrel, making you more highly accurate and controllable. Of course, that very essential bolt velocity, even more flinch resistance, and reducing the scope sway and gun bob. Overall, making the Marco a beam. And then you have the FR stock, giving you initial firing recoil, recoil recovery, ADS speed, and movement speed. One of the best attachments for this build because it's just making you so much more locked in, laser focused with absolutely no recoil, and of course, getting you closer to that SMG type mobility again. You're also mixing in the Mark 6 Scoutal, giving you even more ADS speed and movement speed, mixing very well with the stock. Like I'm saying, you're really gliding on the map with this build. And then you have the 8mm Nambu 64 round drum mag, giving you hip fire accuracy, recoil control, and that very essential mag size because you just need those 64 bullets. It's more than enough, and it's very helpful for the build. And that recoil control also comes in very handy. And then just like the barrel, again, just like the STG, the bullet velocities are very important in my eyes. Of course, you can also run hollow point right here because it is an SMG, but in my opinion, the length just feels the best. And then you have the taped grip, giving you everything you need with aiming stability, movement speed, weapon swap quickness, and sprint fire speed, making you so much faster in every possible scenario and a little bit more accurate. With momentum for your perk 1 and quick for your perk 2. And then, of course, I also have the slate reflector on for my scope. But overall, this is the Marco 5 build mixing with the STG. I'm telling you guys, the loadout overall combined between these two is absolutely amazing. I feel like they really complement each other. Like I said, I'm going through building my top 5 loadouts, not just my ARs, not just my SMGs. So I'm going to be giving you guys 10 weapons overall today in the current meta. So that's loading number 1. So let's hop directly into loading number 2. Starting off with loading number 2 is the KG M40, which is absolutely amazing. amazing long range, and it has zero recoil whatsoever. Swapping directly into the build, just like the STG, we have the MX silencer on for that muzzle, giving you the exact same pros and cons. And then you toss on the Reisdorf 720mm shrouded barrel, giving you more recoil control and accuracy, that flinch resistance, reducing the scope split and gun bob, and again, that very essential bolt velocity. And then I use the VDD 22G padded stock on my KG, giving you even more recoil control, recoil recovery, movement speed, and accuracy. Overall, it helps out the build in every important way, especially that movement speed, because the KG literally feels like an LMG sometimes. And then like I was saying when I was telling you about this gun literally has no recoil whatsoever, and the range on it is unreal. And the hand stop helps out with both, giving you even more vertical and horizontal recoil control, making it to where it has literally no bounciness at all. With the very essential 8mm Clauser 60 round drum, just giving you mag size. I mean, it's more than helpful. You don't really need anything else. Of course, it does slow you down a little bit, which is noticeable, but I'm telling you guys, the mag size is very important. And then kind of just speed things up just a little bit more. You have the tape grip giving you everything you need, just like the Marco, giving you everything to be faster and a little bit more accurate. And then of course, mixing with the barrel, like I've said for 3 times in a row now, you have the bolt velocity mixing very well. Like I said, it's very essential. With tight grip for your perk 1 and a different perk 2, we have on hand, also giving you ADS speed, which is very important. And then of course, I also have the 3 to 6x scope, because like I said, I run this on pretty much every no recoil AR. But that's the first gun for loading number 2. I'm telling you guys, this thing is unbelievable, and the range on it is unmatched. Like I said, I want to mix loadouts very well. So since this thing has incredible range, we're going to mix it with the Armaguerra 43, which for this Arma build, it has great range, but it's also absolutely disgusting up close. So this is a perfect SMG to pair with the KG. So I'm directly into the build. Of course, just like the Marco and pretty much every single Vanguard SMG, I have the recoil booster on for my muzzle, just boosting that fire rate, which is insane because the Arma's base fire rate is already incredible. And then you mix in the 570 barrel, which I think was actually one of the things that got nerfed today, because overall the entire Arma SMG did get nerfed today. It's still very good, but this gives you more accuracy, making you more controllable. Of course, that very essential headshot damage and that very important bolt velocity. Like I said, this build right here is good close, medium, and long range. You can map people with it. I just feel like it's a perfect SMG to mix with the KG. And then of course, with every single SMG, I have the slate reflector on, and then I'm also mixing in the TA skeletal stock, because when you are up close, you want to be moving, and this gives you great strafe speed and mobility around the map, making it to where up close you're pretty much unguardable. And then this you can swap up, but I have the M1941 hand stop on this, because with the fire rate and everything going on with this build, it does jump quite a bit, so this just makes it even more controllable. But like I said, mixing with the stock, you can run the SG98 compact, giving you more strafe speed if you want. And then I'm still running the 9mm 60 round mag. It just gives you mag size. It does slow you down a little bit. Again, not noticeable at all on this build, unlike the KG, but the mag size is very important, especially with the fire rate. And then even for the Arma, I still love the length and ammo type, but like I just said with the Marco, it is an SMG, so if you want to, you can run hollow point, but like I always say, I definitely prefer lengthened. And then again, for the 3rd build in a row, you have the tape grip, giving you everything you need to be more accurate and quick around the map, with hard scope for your perk 1 and quick for your perk 2. Overall, this is the full armor build. I'm telling you guys, this thing is absolutely amazing, and it's honestly perfect to mix with the KG. Like I've said multiple times, the KG has unlimited range and has no recoil, so then you could swap to this and you could use it close range, medium range if you have to. I just think they go super well together. But overall, that's my loading number 2. Like I was saying with loading number 1, I have the exact same perks, lethal and tactical. So go through and give both of them a try. Let's hop directly into loading number 3. Loading number 3 again is something a little bit different, but I think it's 2 guns that go together very well. We have the Cooper carbine and the MP40. So hopping directly into the Cooper build, we have the MX silencer, giving you the exact same pros and cons as the other 2 ARs. You're also mixing in the 22-inch Cooper custom barrel, making you more highly accurate and controllable. Of course, that very essential fire rate on top of an already very fast fire rate that the Cooper has, reducing the scope swing gun bob, and also that damage range helping out the build a lot. And then you toss on the 3 to 6x scope, because I've said it multiple times, for these ARs that have no recoil, the 3 to 6 is just very clean on it. Something a little bit different for my Cooper. I used to run the 45 RS, but now I run the padded stock, again giving you that accuracy and recoil during sustained fire, and that very important flinch resistance. Like I was saying with the STG, the flinch resistance is there to make it to where you're even locked in if someone else is beaming you as well. And then I have the M1941 hand stop, giving you even more vertical and horizontal recoil control, making it to where you're absolutely locked in even more, and you're really not bouncing whatsoever. And then you're also mixing the 9mm 60 round drum, mixing with the rest of the build, giving you everything you possibly need for this gun, with recoil control and accuracy, even more fire rate, mixing with the barrel, ADS speed, and that very essential mag size. And like I've said multiple times, the Cooper itself already has a very fast fire rate, and then the barrel gives it even more, and so does the mag, and so does the compressed round. So the fire rate is going to be unbelievable. You're going to be shredding through people very fast, but the compressed rounds is very essential for the build as well. I think it feels incredible. And then I toss in the Pine Tar grip, which statistically has the best vertical recoil control in the game. Feels incredible, so definitely try out the Pine Tar grip for yourself. And then I have tight grip for my perk 1 and fully loaded for my perk 2. But that's the Cooper carbine build and my gun number 1 in loading number 3. I'm telling you, it's very good, and it's great in medium range, close range. It's not unbelievably good long range. It kind of has a damage drop off, but either way, you're shredding through people very, very fast through in that medium and close range spot, especially on Rebirth Island. Like I said, mixing very well with the Cooper. You have the M40 SMG, another gun that's unbelievable up close and decent mid-range. Drop directly into the build, just like the other SMGs. We have the recoil booster on for the muzzle, doing the exact same thing, giving you that fire rate, letting you shred through people, and then making you hit way harder. You have the VDD 189 short barrel, giving you damage range, bolt velocity, and limb damage, making it to where you're killing incredibly fast, especially mixing with the recoil booster. And of course, you have that bolt velocity, getting you close to the hit scan. And then you have the Krosnick 33M folding stock, giving you more sprint to fire speed and movement speed, making it to where you're really gliding around the map, and you hold on to a little bit more accuracy compared to the remove stock. And then of course, for that mobility talk, we have the Mark 6 Scoto as well, mixing very well, giving you even more ADS speed and movement speed, making it to where you are really moving and you're a little bit more snappy. And then you also have the 45 Gorenko mag, giving you everything you need with recoil control, movement speed, fire rate, which is very good, and that ADS speed. Overall, collectively, making you kill faster, making you faster on the map, making you snappy, and of course, making you more of a beam. And then with the taped grip, with the exact same pros and cons as the other builds, giving you everything you need to be more accurate and faster on the map. And then you also have the lengthened ammo type. And of course, for all my SMGs, I have the slate reflector on with brace for your perk 1 and quick for your perk 2. But overall, that's my loading number 3. We got the Cooper carbine and the MP40, again with the exact same perks, lethal and tactical. I'm telling you guys, very good combination. Overall, 2 very good guns that you guys can combine with different guns. But I want to go through and give out my top 5 loadies like I said before, and I'm just combining a ton of different guns that work very well. I'm giving you guys overall my top 10 list of weapons. So I'm directly into loading number 4. Loading number 4 is a little bit of a different matchup. We have the Automaton and the Hipfire PPSH, which this actually did get buffed today, so it's actually disgusting. Popping directly into the auto. We have the MX Silencer again for I think the 4th time. This thing's absolutely disgusting, giving you horizontal and vertical recoil control, and of course that damage range and sound suppression. Exact same pros and cons, doing the exact same thing. And then for the auto, you're mixing in the Zac 600 barrel, just giving you more accuracy, making you more controllable, and of course reducing that scope sway and gun bob, just making you way more of a beam across the map in any possible spot. And then I toss on the padded stock for my auto, pretty much doing the exact same thing, giving you accuracy and recoil during sustained fire, and that flinch resistance, like I've said multiple times. This is to make it where you're a beam in any possible spot, even if someone is beaming you. And then the auto is a little bit different. With the M1941 hand stop, it only gives you vertical recoil control with different cons. I don't know why they changed it on just the auto, but I still believe the hand stop is very good. But even with how broken the bipod is, you could also try this out as well. And then you have the 75 round drum mag, just giving you mag size, which in my opinion is very helpful for the build and very essential. But that's all it does. It also slows you down a little bit. And then you have the lengthened ammo type, giving you that very important bolt velocity, especially on this build because the barrel doesn't give you bolt velocity. And then just like the STG, we have the hatch grip on it. And then we also have tight grip for your perk 1 and fully loaded for your perk 2. And I also forgot to mention we have the 3 to 6x scope on this one. But I'm telling you guys, this is the auto build. It's absolutely filthy. It has no recoil whatsoever. And I've been seeing a lot of people talk about the auto recently. I feel like it's taken a recent jump back up into the conversation. So you guys got to go through and give the auto a try. Like I said, we're mixing it with the Hipfire PPSH. So let's hop directly into that real quick. Like I said, we got the Hipfire PPSH, which is actually one of the guns that got buffed today with season 5. Absolutely disgusting. I mean, I have a gameplay dropping with this very soon. Hopping directly into the build. I actually love using the oil can silencer, giving you sound suppression with vertical and horizontal recoil control, making you a beam even from the hip, and of course that damage range making you hit harder. And then you have the 230 barrel, giving you hipfire, actually hipfire recoil recovery, and fire rate, making it to where you're shredding through people incredibly fast, and of course you're way more accurate from the hip. And then with this build, you're going to be flying around, you're going to be in people's faces a lot, especially because you're just hip firing most of the time. So I have the remove stock, giving you everything you need to be faster, and it also gives you even more hip fire accuracy. And then of course this is the hip fire build, like I've said many times. So we toss in the Carver foregrip, giving you even more vertical recoil control, and again even more hip fire accuracy. And then you have the very essential 8mm Nambu 71 round mag, giving you recoil control and accuracy, fire rate, which again is incredible, mixing very well with everything else because you're boosting your fire rate in 3 different ways, and of course that very important mag size. And then right here, like I've said multiple times, you're gonna be in people's faces, so if you absolutely want to, you can run hollow point, but even then I still feel better with lengthen on the gun. And then you have the Pine Tar grip, again with the best vertical recoil control you can ask for, as well as even more hip fire accuracy, which is absolutely ridiculous. I mean, you can literally map somebody hip firing. Then you also have fleet for your perk 1 and quick for your perk 2. But overall, those are the 2 guns for loading number 4. I feel like it's a weird combination, but they do work well. But like I've been saying over and over, you guys can take these guns and mix and match them with different guns that you want, like a sniper or anything. But either way, both these guns are absolutely filthy. You guys got to go through and give both of them a try. That's loading number 4. So let's hop directly into loading number 5. Loading number 5 is again a weird combination in my opinion, but we got the Kilo and the Blixen. The Kilo, if you guys haven't seen my recent video and my recent shorts, I've been using this thing and it's a beam. I almost feel like I'm hacking with this thing. Like, it's so easy to use. I could just snap onto people. So I'm hopping directly into the Kilo. We have the monolithic suppressor with the Prowler barrel, commando foregrip, 60 round mag, which right here you can swap swap this up if you absolutely want to. Of course, this is all preference, but if you want even more ADS speed and mobility, you could toss in the 50 mag. And then of course, I have the Corp Combat Hollow Sight, and if you go in here, you click this one right here, and then you go to customize. I use the blue dot reticle, which in all my gameplays you guys can see is super clean. But overall, this build literally zero recoil whatsoever. It's very controllable and very easy to use. I'm telling you guys, in my recent gameplays with this thing, I almost feel like I have aimbot with how genuinely easy this thing is to use. But of course, this build is all close and medium range. So for the Blixen, I built that for that as well. And then of course, as you can tell in the Blixen, we have the movement build for the Blixen. So you have the recoil booster on for your muzzle, just giving you that fire rate, letting you shred through people. And then you have the Carlson 17-inch custom barrel, which I usually run the Bergstrom 17-inch F3. But like I said, it's the movement build. So I toss in the Carlson, giving you even more strafe speed and making it to where you are really gliding. And then with it being a movement build, you have the remove stock and the SG98 compact, which I mean, the remove stock makes it to where you are really gliding around the map at crazy speeds. And the SG98 compact gives you that amazing strafe speed, mixing very well with the barrel, making it to where mid-fight, you're really unguardable. And then you have the 54 Gorinko mag. I mean, literally giving you everything you need on the build with recoil control and accuracy, headshot damage, mag size, which again is very important, and that ADS speed, making it to where you're killing faster, you're more snappy, and of course, you're more of a beam. And then again, for my, I think the 5th SMG in a row, I toss in the tape grip, giving you everything you need to be accurate and quick around the map, with fleet for your perk 1 and quick for your perk 2. But I also have the lengthened ammo type and the slate reflector on. Like I said, it's the movement build, so you're really moving around the map with this build, and it kills incredibly fast. But that's loading number 5. I think these two guns are going to mix well together, especially on Rebirth, because you're going to be close range just dominating people, especially with the Kilo. You're going to be killing very fast, and you switch to the Blixen, and they're not even going to be able to guard, you know what I'm saying? So definitely give both these guns a try as well. But overall, those are my top 5 loadouts. Again, you guys could go through and give every single gun a try and combine them with different guns that you guys want. But I wanted to go through and give you guys good combinations and overall pretty much my top 10 favorite weapons in the game right now. But those are my top 5 loadies. I need you guys to go through and give all 5 of them a try. Tell me down in the comments below if they do help you guys out at all. And if they do, make sure to hit that big red subscribe button. That's it for the video.